VR1. VR1. I best just clean my eyes. The pass-through cameras on the VR1 is one of the key features for those units equipped with these beefy cameras. Join me, Shoda, as we explore some of the different modes built right into the VR1 tool, and we'll have a cheeky look at the different ways we can use them. All the footage, including the microphone, was captured in the Ultimate Edition of the VR1. So let's dive in. Why? Hello, I'm Shoda, and today we're just going to look at the mixed reality features of some of them, because there are some very advanced specific setups for the motion sim guys, for the games that have got it built in, but we'll use the ones, and we'll go through the ones that I think people use a lot. So I'm using the VR view built into VR1 software. We can change our right or left eye. I'm going to use left because I'm left dominant. I'm one of the weirdos. I'm left dominant. Straight off the bat, overlay. That's pure and simple. You tap the mixed reality button, you get sent into mixed reality. This goes over the top of any application. So if you're like me, you're boogieing away. Wait, let's load up a game. You're busy partying, pretending that looks cool as fuck. You're busy partying. Yeah, I'm gonna go. You go, right, hang on, I'm just gonna get a drink. Off we go. Easy peasy. Get the drinky poos. Back in the game. Back in the game. Let's look at what other features. If you've not noticed as well, the pass-through is very, very accurate to your actual position, which helps a lot with presence. So overlay puts it straight on top. Nice and easy if you want to quickly just dash in and do some bits and bobs. You want to put some new trackers on, you want to grab a drink, you want to grab some food, anything you want, just a quick tap, and you're there, you're ready. The reason why I got these lights on is just to show you the dynamic range of the pass-through. It's very good. I can see clearly the lines inside my little foam all the way up there, which I'm hoping you can too. I can read fine text, see details in things, and bear in mind, guys, this room isn't very well lit. I'll put a picture up. You know what? I'll do it now. And I'll put that up on screen now. And what you're seeing is pretty much a direct comparison of what the light levels are like in this room. Bearing in mind that phones normally boost the signal anyway, boost the brightness. Now, background. This is specific to games that have it built in. Let's say, for example, right, this lovely view here, if the game was programmed to have this view as pass-through mode, when you click the pass-through button, you would see pass-through where that city is. But because this game doesn't have it, it needs to be specifically built into the game. Nothing will happen. So this is where all the fun starts to happen. Get into the custom stuff. So the 3D mesh, this is really fun and exciting to use. If you've got an elaborate flight sim and you can model that in Blender, then you can do some fun things. You can have a whole recreation of your flight sim. But for now, we're going to do something simple. And I'm going to show you a nice, easy way to get something simple to bring into, because you've got the option here to bind it to a tracker. You can set where you want it to put it. You can mess around with the scaling and all that. So, download Blender first. Go get Blender. It's free. A little bit awkward to use, but once you know how to use it, it's straightforward. I want this to be my pass-through zone, just for this demonstration. So I'm going to get my tape measure. Alright, that reads 293-ish. And this one measures 200. So okay, so right, let's go back to Blender. Alright, so we're gonna make a simple cube, make it as thick as we want, but we're gonna do the Y and Z axis to the measurements we took. So this one's, we'll put this at 290 and this one to 200. There you go. Now, save it as an object. You can use FBX if you want, but we're going to export it as an object. These units here are in meters, they're metric, so nice and easy. Right. Exported. Job done. Okay. Now, inside here, in the VR1 Tool, mixed reality, let's go to 3D Mesh. Let's find the file, which is Endwall. We're going to open it, and nothing's happened, right? Until you press the pass-through button. What we created earlier is here. It's floating. It'll always be there. You don't notice that? It's there. It's floating in space, in virtual space. I can walk through this. Oh, that's a weird feeling. Look at my hands, look. That's so straight. I'll never get used to it. We've got the X position here, which we can move around. Look, the Y offset is up and down. Always remember that X is across, Y is up. Y is up. And obviously Z is left and right. So what we can do now is, again, you can spend as long as you want doing this sort of stuff. But we can rotate it. But that was perfect how it was before, so we're going to change that to 0. Now this is the one we want to play with, so let's try and get it sort of where we want to put it. About there's about right. Now we play with the offsets. That one first. Now this does take a little bit of playing to get right, but once you know roughly where you want things to sit, I can always see that wall, no matter where I am. I can always see that. Now, the beauty of this is, it'll always stay there. So you'll always got a reference point in your VR. But also, what's great about this is, again, if you've got a 3D model of your sim rig, you can use this. You can import the model. There's no need to do any kind of green screening, which is great. I mean, the amount of adjustability you've got. Woo! You can even scale it if you want it more. A tiny little window. For example, if I really wanted to. Yeah, partying away. Do. I've always got eyes on what's important. See that? Oh, that's actually a really cool idea. Now I've got full body Wait. I've now got full body tracking inside VR chat just for me. No one else can see it, but you know what? That gives a lot of immersion. That's silly. Now, another amazing thing you can do. Let us drag this chair and let us do some classic Chromakey. Grab this lovely green sheet. Now, a lot of you, I think, is going to be doing this, but obviously not on a chair. This is just an example. But a lot of I've seen a lot of you already got these wicked green screen sets, which I'll put some pictures up now. Some of them look absolutely diabolically good. Not quite sure how it's going to deal with the lighting conditions in here. But it's not exactly green. It's more, we'll play with the settings until you get roughly where you want it to be. Obviously, if you're using green screen, you'll be a bit more. Well, that's trippy as anything. Let's try this. Ah, there we go. So whatever in the Chromakey section, the gain will be keyed in to whatever color you set. Again, this is a really, really rough example. But if you've got proper lighting onto a sim rig, this is a nice, easy way to get really good, really efficient Chromakey in. That is trip. Oh, you can do reverse pass-through then, couldn't you, as well, if you wanted to? So, got a really cool thing you want to share with the community. You can save the color and load it in here. The denoise is a nice handy tool if you want to dial it in properly. So yeah, so basically the hue tolerance is how close the color is to the set color. Saturation is how vibrant the color is in real life. And the value tolerance, that is quite an important one, because this basically sets it to aim at these two settings. Again, you can fine tune it. I mean, I'm holding down the trigger now. Holding down the trigger, and you can move it until you get it just right. Again, better lighting conditions and a flatter, even color, it'll be even better. But the fact that this chair now is keyed out in my VR, that's so... Oh, see my shadow. Now that's weird. Seeing my shadows as well as this. And most of you guys are going to be doing it in a sim setup anyway, and you'll have a keyboard and a mouse there anyway, so if you want to dial it in more efficiently, really get it fine-tuned, you can do. Yeah, the 3D Mesh and Chroma Key is a mixture of both, so you can have something keyed out, as well as your 3D mesh that we made before. Very handy if you just want to add quick things to the scene. So if you want something green, you can put it in there, as well as leaving your model there, which is very handy. We all know what sims are like. You know how to get new toys. Sometimes models aren't always available. We're not gonna go into custom textures because these are very, very specific high-end simulators. So what this does is, I'll just put this a bit further away so you can get a better idea, is that it sets the pass-through in a little window in front of your face. Let's pretend you always want some spatial awareness inside your play space. I don't know, you've got like a baby monitor up here on the shelf. You got something you got to keep an eye on. You're cooking something. This is a great way to always have some kind of presence in the real world. You can just pretend it's a flat screen in your virtual world. And what's really fun about this is that it's stereo. So this, now I can explain this. This is 3D. It's like watching a 3D film. So I can focus on my hand and things go up. It's just 3D. Another great example of the modularity of the VR1. You can just keep an eye on things and it's 3D, which is, it feels like an out-of-body experience, but it's really cool. Unlike the mesh, this is always going to be front forward. You notice when I look up, it follows the pass-through's camera. So this is like, think of picture-in-picture back in the day. Why does it do this to me? I know what it does. See, another example though of how useful pass-through is. I'm just going to grab a cable now, put it on charge. If you ever get a Vive tracker and it doesn't always power on, try this mode. Pop it in, see the light, turn it on, because I know this is fully charged. Unplug it, turn it off, and now turn it on. It will work. So if you think you've got a dead tracker, don't worry. A little quick tip for you. Don't say I never give out to you. That's just some use case scenarios of the pass-through. Lots of customization. Again, I think a lot of people will definitely use overlay a lot, which is just so easy just to dip in and out of reality and virtual reality. Where's my controller? There it is, look. See? Easy. And a lot of advanced users are going to be mixing up the 3D mesh and the Chromakey. Cinema, again, great. And hopefully we'll get some nice apps to use the background. That's what I'm looking forward to. Some native apps for the VR1, because the pass-through on this, as you can see, is brilliant. I've been Shoda. Cheers for popping by. Enjoy your weekend. Again, this has been filmed completely inside VR1 with the VR1 mic. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.